Welcome back to a brand new episode of How Far Will People Go to Get Views on YouTube.com? Because apparently clickbaiting that their daughter has cancer is not too far for the Lebrant family. We've covered this family before throughout the years, and they've done some pretty odd stuff to get views, including them posting a video titled, "A Giant Fire Made Us Evacuate Our House," with this thumbnail. Well, that sounded horrifying until people realized they lived tens of miles away from the fire and they weren't even in danger at all. And if I remember correctly, they also had some weird prank where they told their 6-year-old daughter she had to give away her dog because they couldn't take care of it anymore.
We can't take good enough care of him at our house.
Yeah, you know, the normal sociopathic stuff that we see from certain YouTube family vloggers. But the Lebrant family managed to stay out of the headlines for quite some time in the problematic family vlogging world. It seems like the Ace family has completely dominated that sphere, leaving most of us forgetting about the Lebrant fam and their past antics. Well, that was until now. What happened was the Lebrant family, they premiered a video with the weirdest title and thumbnail possible. I mean, it is... Why would you do that for extra views? It does not make sense. It's so sleazy and slimy. But the video was titled, "She Got Diagnosed with Cancer," with the thumbnail of the family. So everyone thought that someone in the family got diagnosed with cancer. And obviously their fans were freaking out and they thought it was one of their kids by the name of Atozy because apparently she's had a whole history of medical problems. If you're unfamiliar with how YouTube's premiere feature works, essentially it allows YouTubers to, I guess, schedule videos ahead of time, so then the fans can see, oh, that's when that video drops. So essentially you see the thumbnail and the title of the video and then the date for whenever it releases. So for hours, all the subscribers saw was this thumbnail and this title. That's a really sleazy way to get some extra views, especially when this isn't really true. And after they got backlash for it, they did end up changing the thumbnail because the documentary ended up being on 3 other children who were sadly diagnosed with cancer. I'm not going to go into too much detail on that because it's really irrelevant from this video, and I don't want to mix those families with the criticism of the Lebrant family. The only thing I will mention though is apparently people were freaking out that he actually went to a child hospital in the middle of this pandemic because I guess these kids are immunocompromised. I'm a little bit torn on that because I'm assuming the doctors wouldn't have allowed him to even go there in the first place if it was a really big deal. But moving on, it was ultimately revealed that Atozy did not have cancer, and they just used the first half of the video and the thumbnail and title to trick people into thinking she might have, to really up the clickbait game, I guess. That is textbook misleading clickbait, at least with the first original thumbnail. But it is good to know that their child, Atozy, does not have cancer, even though they heavily implied it. But it's tragic for any child to go through such an illness. But what makes this so weird and awkward, except for the entire video really, is the fact that they're using their child's health for YouTube clicks. It just leaves you with a bad taste in your mouth. They knew exactly what they were doing with this. It's technically abuse of emotional power. They knew that title and thumbnail heavily implied that one of their kids had cancer, and they knew how many people would freak out because they know how many people are fans of them. They knew that was going to gain a lot of attention, a lot of speculation, and a lot of anxiety, which of course would just equate to clicks, views, likes, articles, and attention. And it's just plain sad. And even in the beginning of the video, they spent pretty much the first 7 minutes implying that Atozy had cancer. And as I explained earlier, they premiered it, meaning the first people who clicked onto the video, they couldn't skip because you kind of have to watch it like a live stream. So they had to sit through 7 minutes of clickbait to then be relieved that she doesn't actually have cancer, which is one of the weirdest ways to gain watch time. I don't know if that was intentional or not. I kind of think so, but maybe I'm just looking too far into this. Let me know what you guys think about this when this is the thumbnail and title.
Atozy has kind of given us a run with just she's been hospitalized 3 times, right?
Yeah, in Atozy's first year of life, she had to go to ER 3 times, and not even including the cruise.
You guys, it wasn't even just she was kind of sick and we had to go. She was projectile vomiting, had to get an IV, got x-rays.
It's not normal sick.
No, she's always scared us so bad.
I was truly just riddled with anxiety. I had convinced myself that our 2-year-old daughter had cancer, and it sounds so blunt and so almost bad to say, but I was convinced, and I wasn't eating. I couldn't sleep. I was thinking people need to know. And I'm sure that people do, but I gotta do something. That's all that was in my head. Is whenever I thought Atozy had cancer, all I was thinking was we gotta fight. We gotta do something. We gotta fight. And even after, it's we gotta fight.
Yeah. So after the Lebrant family got heat from this, they changed the thumbnail to, I guess, one of the girls that he visited in the documentary to, I guess, clear up the confusion. And then Cole went on to Instagram Live to say this.
This morning we woke up with a lot of concerned messages from you guys, rightfully so. So I wanted to start off by apologizing for any misleading title and thumbnail that might have raised concerns. I promise you that is not our heart. This is a video that we've been working so hard on for the past 6 months. Nothing for us, nothing for our game, but it is something that our family is extremely passionate about, something that rattled our family to the bones and broke our hearts. So I just pray that you go and watch the video. I don't want any of this hate. I don't want any of these lies about our family or this video to distract from the main idea of what this video is trying to do. So my only ask is that you please go and watch the video. If you still hate us after you watch the video, that's totally fine. We don't care if you hate us, but we do care about raising awareness for something so important, something that is the most important thing, like childhood cancer. So please just go and watch it.
His response was essentially like, I'm sorry you guys didn't like the clickbait. I don't want the hate, so go watch the video. Word. I mean, I'm glad at least the description has like links and a petition that you can sign. The petition urges government leaders to increase the pediatric cancer research budget to more than 4%. But with any government thing, I guess when you increase that, what will you be taken away from? You also have to include that.
Well, I guess you don't really know, do you?
Well, I mean, it's all a percentage pie. So when they increase the percentage of one thing, they remove the percentage of something else.
Yeah,
that's just anything with government.
Yeah, but you don't know what you're taking from.
Exactly. What if it's public transportation?
Okay, we're not gonna have kids with cancer versus buses right now. Kids with cancer, I think, kind of trump a lot of different things.
They do. I know. They definitely do. I 100% agree. But I mean, those potholes are pretty annoying. That was a joke. Overall, like, I'm glad they brought attention to such a serious topic, but the way they did it was just in such a sleazy way.
I would say weird. I feel like sleazy sounds like, that's like someone scamming you. Like, I don't, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah, but I mean, like, they're baiting the fact that their kid has cancer.
I know, that is,
to get clicks on YouTube. Yes, it's for a good cause, but it's still like a really weird thing to do.
I know, I think weird sounds better though.
It would be like me posting a video and then having Hannah and I in the thumbnail and then titling the video, she got diagnosed with cancer. And then I go hang out with some random person who has cancer.
Just family vlogger thing.
It just leaves a bad taste in your mouth. And cancer is horrible. I would go as far to say is pretty much every single person knows someone who's either died from it or is suffering from it. I lost my grandmother to leukemia in my senior year of high school. And then I lost one of my best friends when I was at Area 51. I didn't find out there because we didn't have cell service. And as soon as I knew when the funeral was, I took the first flight out to Norway. So that was easily the worst month of my life. And it sucks so much because the dude was in remission. Everything was going well. Then suddenly it didn't. So believe me, I am all for raising awareness, but I believe this was an odd way to do it. But yeah, what do you guys think of all this? Please let me know in the comments down below. My camera died in the last few seconds of filming this. Hope you guys forgive me for that one, but I hope you have a wonderful day, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.